You have to have toughness. You got to be tougher than everybody that we play. It's going to be difficult. Everybody here has got to have a lot of mental toughness.
That's the second set.
Welcome everybody to another edition of the Nick Saban Show presented by Truckworks along with the head coach of the Crimson Tide. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach, congratulations. A great 49-26 win on the road in Fayetteville against Arkansas.
Arkansas's got a really good team. I was really proud of the way our players competed in this game. But you know, the message before the game to the players was you got to maintain your intensity for 60 minutes in a game. And we played great in the beginning of this game to get up 28-0. We lost our intensity right before the half, and they scored right before the half in a 2-minute drive. Didn't sort of get it back in the third quarter, but did a great job in the fourth quarter of scoring 21 points and putting the game away. So even when they had a chance to get back in the game. So I was really proud of the way our players competed in the game.
Coach, you grab a 14-0 lead with Bryce Young at quarterback, then he's not available for you. Jalen Milroe comes in and gets it to 28.
Yeah, well, he did a really good job. Jalen's a little different style player than Bryce, but has some things that he can do really, really well. I think Bryce will be okay. He's got a little sprained AC joint. Probably couldn't throw it well enough to go back in the game today. We'll see how he progresses this week. But Jalen can do some things that give people problems as well, which was evident on the long run that he made on the third down scramble. That was probably the turning point of the game.
We'll see that in the second half, but here are the first half highlights.
Alabama in front of Gibbs in the backfield. Play action to him. Bryce looking deep. Has a man down there. It is caught inside the 35 and down to the 31. Kobe Prentice, the freshman from Calera, Alabama, making the grab. A first down for the Crimson Tide. 41 yards on that play. The shotgun snap. Still waiting. Gets it. Hands it off. No. Play action across the middle. It is batted around. It is picked off by Arkansas, and that will be a touchback. Wow. On the play clock, get the snap off in time. Slant across the middle, catch made. Prentice, foot race, forget it. Touchdown, Alabama. 47 yards. It looked like it was shaping up to be a train wreck, but that locomotive got going down the tracks, and Alabama is able to get on the board first. Left side of Bryce Young is Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets the snap. Bryce does. Stepping up in the pocket. Looking deep. He's got a man. All alone. Catch made. Trips down inside the 10. Isaiah Bond making the grab. Oh, he keeps his feet. He could have moonwalked into the end zone. Instead, it's a big game. 55 yards on the game inside the 10 now. Young, play action, keeps himself, fakes the pitch, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Bryce Young making it look so very easy as Alabama now leads it 13-0. It's 13-0 advantage. Snap, spot, kick. Once again, all three are good. Alabama fans at Green in the backfield now to the right of KJ Jefferson as he will step up in the pocket, will have to run, and he does that well across the 35, up near the 38-yard line. It's a first down for the Razorbacks. Camped out inside his own 20, snap and punt. Another booming, high, spiraling hit. Kool-Aid will fill this one, though, back at the 13. Right up the middle, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's to the 35, bumped down across the 40, and Kool-Aid gets to the 43-yard line. Great starting field. Down to 2. They get it snapped in time. Pressure coming left side. Stepping up Young, bouncing it to the right side. Looking downfield, makes a man miss initially, and then he's going to be tripped up and knocked out of bounds. It was a former teammate of his making that stop.
Right side screen, we brought the blitz from the field. Easy pickup.
Handoff to Binion. He carries it up the middle and may have lost the football at the end of the play, and it is Alabama's football. They turn it over to Binion, who had an 11-yard carry, fumbled it at the end of the play, and Bama's defense gets a much-needed takeaway. That is their second.
Knocks Milroe down.
Handoff, no. Keeper, Milroe. Touchdown, Alabama. Jalen Milroe, the rushing touchdown for the Tide, and Alabama now leads it 20-0 over the Raiders. Again from the pistol, Jefferson having to step up in the pocket, having to go down as he gets leveled. A great job again by the Bama defense. Byron Young was the first man there. Alabama from the 22, they swing it near side to Earl. He's got room, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, JoJo Earl. 22 yards. They throw the screen right side. He got a couple of blocks. He turned on the Jets. He found the end zone, and Alabama extends its lead to 27-0 late in the second quarter. JoJo. Jackson goes to the right side. They'll run it to the right with Jackson. He'll try to get to the edge, cutting it back, stretches forward, still on his feet. A missed tackle allows him to get inside the 15 and down to the 10. Empty set, Jefferson looking across the middle, catch is made. That's a touchdown for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Ketron Jackson able to make the grab in the back of the end zone, and the Hogs are able to get on the score.
Great start to the game, Coach. I know you would like to finish that half a little better.
Right, well, I think we played great in the first half, and except for the last drive on defense. I thought we lost our intensity a little bit. Gave them some opportunities on third down where we hadn't been. Didn't stop the run very well. Didn't tackle very well in that drive. So those are things that when you play against good teams, you just can't allow to happen. And that was the message going in. You got to maintain your intensity, and that was also what we're trying to, get them to refocus at halftime.
28-7 again, the score at the break. We've got more coming up. Stay with us here on the Nick Saban Show. Coach, we'll always love to hear your message at the half.
Well, the big thing is we got to regain the momentum of the game. All right, so that means that starts with maintaining your intensity. So the defense went out. We knew they were going to get the ball first to start out the half, and we got to stop. All right, but we go 3 and out on offense, and then Arkansas started moving the ball, gained momentum on us. We didn't play very well in the third quarter. They got an onside kick because we very poorly disciplined up front in how you take the ball off the tee. We had a bad snap on a punt that gave them the ball on the 3-yard line. So there was a lot of bad things that happened in the third quarter, but we really overcame a lot in the fourth quarter.
As we will see in these second half highlights.
Got it inside the 15 on 1st and 5. Handoff goes left side into the end zone. A.J. Green walking into the end zone as the Razorbacks have gotten back into this one. It's 28-13 after a 13-yard carry for a score. For the Crimson Tide, as Jahmyr Gibbs is the deep man for Alabama, waiting on the kickoff upcoming.
Surprise onside. Surprise onside. They got it.
And Arkansas did get it. You're exactly right. They squibbed it, and the man who kicked it, I believe, is the one who got it. Wow. And there was movement. Bama thought so anyway. I didn't see a flag come down as the ball was snapped. Yeah, the kick was up, and it was good. You could tell the reaction. Bama thought there was movement. No flags came in.
More snaps to Jalen Milroe than anybody else.
Low, bad snap all the way back near the goal line, and Burda falls on it. Wow, at the 3-yard line. I don't know what happened on that snap. Jefferson will hand it off to Sanders. Fights forward, gets near the goal line, and I believe he fell in. He does. Touchdown, Arkansas. And this is a brand new ball game. Again, it was available. 3 of them stacked to the right side. Milroe will step up. He will run it. He will get to the 25, 30, 35, 40. First down. Still on his feet. Foot race. Milroe 40. Milroe 30. 20. One man to beat. He gets into the end zone. No. They're going to spot him out at the 3-yard line. But what a play. Jalen Milroe to his right. Milroe hands it off. Whoops into the end zone. Touchdown. Chase McClellan. The sea parted. And Alabama walks it into the end zone. McLaughlin, the center, leading the way. Extra point attempt upcoming from Reichert. Snap, spot, and kick. All perfect. And with 14:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Breathe again, Bama Nation. 35-23 thus far as he will go on a handoff to Gibbs. Turns it up. Foot race. 40. Midfield. 40. 30. 20. 10, 5, touchdown, Jahmyr Gibbs. 72 yards to the house, and Alabama quiets the crowd even more. Waiting, snap and spot are good. The kick is up, and Little's kick is good as well. So Cam Little, the sophomore from Morrow. Now he'll come in motion and go behind the quarterback. The handoff will once again go to Gibbs, and once again he's in a foot race. Once again to midfield, once again beyond, and once again to the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs, touchdown Alabama. Another long run, 56+ yards on this one to give Alabama another long touchdown run.
Coach, you know, the third quarter didn't go the way you would have liked, but unbelievable poise by your team to respond as they did in the fourth.
Yeah, when you make those kind of mistakes on the road, especially in the other team games, the momentum of the game, you know, for guys that are great competitors, you know, that sort of take the bull by the horns and go out there and do what they need to do, we did a great job of that in the fourth quarter. You know, the defense got some great stops, and the offense had, what, 3 70-yard plays, big plays, scored 21 points. So winning in the fourth quarter is the key, and this is the second time that, you know, we've been able to do that and dominate the fourth quarter in close games.
49-26, the final. Alabama a winner. We've got a lot more coming up here on the Nick Saban Show, presented by Truckworks. Coach, it's probably not a real shock to anybody what you're going to go with for the turning point today.
Well, after playing a horrible third quarter where they had 141 yards and we had -1. You know, when Jalen Milroe made the play on 3rd and 15 with poor field position, they've come back in the game from 28-0 to 28-23, and they're going to get the ball in good field position if we don't make a first down, and he runs for about, I don't know, 70 yards or so to the 4-yard line. And to me, that changed the whole momentum of the game. We played better after that. We dominated the fourth quarter, and we dominated both sides of the ball. So that was a very obvious turning point in the game.
Obvious that we love to get you to talk about your assistant coaches, and we're going to do that with your coaching staff, or a member of your coaching staff this week, Holman Wiggins, who works with your wide receivers.
Yeah, Holman is a great person, does a really good job of developing these players. He's had some great players play for him since he's been here, but he's done a really good job of developing those guys. They work hard for him. I think they trust and believe in him. He's a great family guy. He's got like 6 kids, great family. His wife does a wonderful job of helping us recruit. He's a good recruiter. I can't say enough good things about him. He's
a wide receivers coach, and he's the subject of our Mercedes-Benz All Access. Here's Holman Wiggins.
Catch, get up the field. Some of you guys are trying to run before you catch the ball, man. No wasted movement, man. No wasted movement. Finish, 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 finish. Hands tight. Good. Next guy up. I like it, I like it, I like it. You stay right there. I'm talking to that line, not your line. Break, slice. Good. You ever try yoga? But it's a way for you to invest in yourself and basically unloose and unstiff some things.
I am flexible, though.
Okay. Captain America, you all right? Good. Hey, Creed, what you doing, man? Like, what do you got going with your hair? Like, what are you trying to do with that?
You don't like it?
It looks a little crazy. If y'all get anything, get this guy doing sit-ups right here, man. He cannot do a sit-up. They didn't do that. They didn't do that in PE in Atlanta. Struggled. Here we go. Oh, there's no hate or nothing, man. That play is specialized. You want me to be the politically correct, like, hey, you know what? We don't want to hurt your feelings, K-Law, but we're gonna have somebody else in there on that play. Hey, y'all know I'm mic'd up too, man. Y'all be careful. Why you think they running away from me though? Y'all be careful before y'all say something, man. I'm 12. Hey, talk. Look, hey, play 3. Hey, you gotta be inside out though. Let's go, keep working. Hey, load that stance up right now so you're working on it. Drive, good. You gotta be conscious about it. Hey, franchise, buckle your helmet up, man. Break down. Keep your hands above your waist. Keep them elbows tight, Tyu. Good. Right, take the fight to him, right? Initial shot, right, sit my weight down. Ready, go. Okay, now understand, I can move, right? For the sake of this, I'm not. But you can't get there and get to leaning here, right? Because once you get on your toes, that's what's gonna happen, right? So be under control, right? Drive, long stride to short stride, right? Ready, go. Right, sit there, right? Ready, go. Good. He can still counter too. Stay over the top. I wanna sit there, stick, so now he can avoid. So if I'm even, I'm leaving, right? Here we go. Ready, go. Good, right? Hold my line, right? Separation, ready, go. That's the name of the game. Hey, if we were in routes on air today, I was gonna tell you to basically sell this juke like a pivot every time, you with me? So I wanna drive and attack that guy. So naturally, if you widen your vision, you're probably gonna sit there and see both of them and then basically slight bend and basically keep it thin to split them, you with me? There we go, right? Still hide it. Don't worry so much about ducking. Yank that shoulder through, right? Treating it like a cloud corner or a guy right over the top of rerouting you. Now we're gonna make you guys slip inside. Hey, y'all gotta make sure y'all doing a good job. When he signals anything or he says something, y'all echo it to each other so we're all on the same page, man.
Coach, your offensive line opened up some big holes today, and among the guys that did it, your right guard, Emil Ekiyor.
Yeah, Emil has started now for, what, 3 years, been a really consistent player, good player. He's had to overcome a lot of adversity with some of the injuries that he has. He's graduated. Really proud of him and what he's been able to do for our team and our program. And he's a good leader. He sets a good example for us every day.
Let's learn more about Emil Ekiyor.
My name is Emil Ekiyor from Indianapolis, Indiana. I play offensive guard, specifically right guard here at the University of Alabama. I first started playing football at the age of 5, and football has always just been around me. For a long time, I kind of resented it just because growing up, everybody's like, oh, your dad's in the NFL, that's so cool. And I was like, man, he was all right. Like, you know, as I've grown up and kind of just fell in love with football and just seeing that as a real opportunity for myself, I've kind of just chased it even more and embraced it. Like, yeah, my dad did play NFL, and it's something I would want to do too. Also, the advice that he can give me from having those experiences, I feel like I'm really blessed and lucky to have that. My family is pretty much my everything, you know. I wouldn't be where I am today without them. It kept me strong in my faith, most importantly. They always support me and they're always there for me in my corner. So I love my family and they mean the world to me. Coming back from my last year, I kind of wanted to do something that would be positive, you know, and I had a meeting with Samaritan's Feet, and they kind of just introduced the idea, and I just fell in love with it. We've had a really good turnout so far. We've really given, like, I want to say over 1,000 shoes to kids here locally and in Birmingham. So when we had one of our give back events, a mom just came up to me and was like, man, you don't know how much of a blessing this is. Like, we were wondering how we're going to get shoes to our kids before school started. Like, we didn't know what we were going to do, and like, this is just a huge blessing. And that just hit me at that moment. Like, honestly, that's why I keep doing it and, you know, want to do as much as I can.
Defensive trouble.
Playing for Coach Saban has been really good. Just learning from the greatest coach of all time, having discipline in everything you do. When it starts with waking up in the morning, just being a hard worker and showing up every day. I'm just appreciative of him for always pushing me, even when I don't want to be pushed. And I think that's something that comes with being a player here. I'm just grateful for all the lessons I've learned, and I definitely learned a lot from Coach Saban.
Right side, cuts it up 20, 25, 30. Foot race, 40, across midfield, 45, 40. Forget catching him, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Favorite moments, and it's been a lot. Early in my career, I know the SEC championship versus Georgia where Jalen Hurts comes in and wins the game for us. Like, I thought that was gonna be my top moment of my college career just off the bat. And then last year having the Auburn game where we win in 4 overtimes, and the SEC championship where we beat Georgia. 2020, I mean, we win a national championship. So I've had countless memories here and grateful for them, and look forward to having a couple more before I end my time here. To the fans, thank you for your constant support. It really means a lot, and playing here at University of Alabama is truly an honor. It's something I don't take for granted, and man, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, and thanks a lot for your support, and hopefully we can bring home another championship this season and roll tide.
Coach, time for us to take a look at what's next. Thankfully, it's back home, and Texas A&M comes for a nighttime kick.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to be going back home, I can tell you that. And you know, Texas A&M has a great team. Jimbo does a good job with this team. I know they didn't have a lot of luck, you know, today against Mississippi State, but they always play well against us. It's always a big game for us, and you know, they beat us last year, so that'll be a little extra motivation, you know, for us this year.
We certainly look forward to that. We appreciate your time as always, and we appreciate yours as well. We'll see you next time here on the Nick Saban Show, presented by Truckworks.
The Nick Saban Show is brought to you by Coke, with zero sugar and refreshingly delicious. Is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. And by the University of Alabama, where legends are made.